Today I wanted to talk about how I feed my sourdough starter. This is everything I use right here. And I feel like the method that I use to feed my starter has worked out really well for me. And I've seen so much on the internet about different ways to feed your starter and make sourdough bread and everything. So I just wanted to simplify it and tell you how I do it because it works out really well every time. So this is a little sourdough wooden spatula that I got from Ballerina Farm, and it works really well to mix up the starter and get everything off the bottom. I really like this thing. This is a weck jar that I keep my starter in. I keep it in the fridge and I take it out and feed it about once a month. You can leave it on the counter. Some people leave it on the counter, feed it every day. I don't make bread that often and I don't want to waste all that flour, so I just take it out when I'm ready to make bread, which is about once a month. I don't have very much in there. That's just my discard from the last time I made bread. But when I'm ready to make bread, I take this out of the fridge in the morning, and then I grab a clean weck jar and I zero it out on my scale and I pour in 50 grams of starter. And I feed it with a 1:2:2 ratio. So 1 part starter to 2 parts flour and water. And I feed it with this all-purpose flour. It works out really well. When I actually make bread, I use bread flour, but to feed the starter, I use all-purpose flour. And then I will weigh out 100 grams into here and add it to my starter. And then I will take some filtered water from the fridge and I will microwave it for about 30 seconds so that's not so cold, because I feel like the temperature needs to come up for the starter to rise, and that can take a while. So I feed it with slightly warm water, and then I mix everything together really well, and I will take these clips off and everything, and I just leave the lid on loosely, and I stick this whole thing in the oven on the bread proofing setting, and I think that's 95 degrees. So that keeps a constant temperature every time I feed it, because your house temperature varies and stuff. So I like to put it in the oven if you have the bread proofing setting. Otherwise, it'll still work. I find that works best for me. And in about 4 hours, I will notice that it will have doubled in size. About 3 to 4 hours, I think it is. I keep this rubber band around it so I can, watch the rise. And once it's doubled, it's ready to make bread. And I just pour out whatever I need for my recipe, and then I take the rest and I put it back in the fridge, and then I do this process again a month later. It's really simple. Let me know if you have any questions.